Okay. Oh, we're talking with Nate right now about competition. We're trying to figure out who has more sources, and he has maybe by like 4.
What, how many do you have?
45.
I have 36.
That's not good.
But I'm also like basically done with my research.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, starting your NHD projects, which this is funny because it's like meant to be for people that are actually gonna take their time, but like majority of people I know in the club are just like planning to do their entire project over Christmas break. So, okay, this is kind of a short presentation, and y'all on YouTube in particular probably already know a lot of it, but I have to record it anyway. Okay, categories. It's gonna be really helpful for y'all. I know neither of you have your categories picked out, so we're gonna talk about how to choose your category. So, for a historical paper, do you like to write?
Not really.
Why are you doing a paper?
AP seminar ruined that for me. So bad.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's especially funny considering the AP seminar teachers literally are one of our instructors. But we should just listen to this. Okay, can your topic be conveyed with primarily words?
I hope so.
German words. Okay, exhibit. Oh, this is me. Do you have the materials for an exhibit? Yes.
Not yet.
Or I guess I don't. I have access to people that do. So it works.
Got access to menards. Would.
She's got access to Brother Hurst.
Yeah. I'm getting the wood from Mrs. Hurst's
Oh,
brother.
really? Oh, that's
He's cutting it to size for me too. They're old barn doors, they're 100 years old.
well, sections.
I know. Yeah. It kinda looks like an old dugout. What?
Rusty.
Yeah. And then his mom actually is probably gonna help me
I used to saw I killed myself. Accidentally, but like, it's so bad. I used to saw one time, and I cut my finger. CTE. Not CTE, what's it called? The thing in middle school, you know, what you do?
It's still called CT.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, okay. There are plenty of visuals to convey your topic. Very many. It was only in the 1950s, so. Okay. Documentary. Do you have the materials for a documentary? I don't know. I mean, you've only made like 3 before, you know.
2.
Whatever. Same
Yeah,
difference.
I do have materials for a documentary.
Well, that's good. Maybe you should do one instead. I
Okay.
think you should do a documentary.
I don't know, I'm really looking at websites.
Actually, I could see you doing a website.
Why?
Because you run a website.
That's true, but that's the NHD website is harder to use than just building the website code yourself.
Yeah, but you can hack it.
I can hack it
We
using
were-
that guy. Using that guy's project.
Yeah,
And post it in the NHD Discord.
there's this dude in
That was so
on
funny.
the NHD Discord that just codes, literally like hacks the website code. I don't know what that jargon means, but
He found some way to get around like the NHD website.
okay. Performance. Oh, are there plenty of visuals to convey your topic, Sam?
Yeah, I can just get some like stock images or something. Yeah,
It's so
it's
funny.
funny.
It's so funny because your project is kind of perfect for stock images.
It is though.
Just like
I gotta go like
angry white men at computer.
Like a picture of a hacker in a black hoodie. 1988. Here is some actual footage.
Just looks like a completely white background. This is exactly how it happened. Okay. Performance. I think Gabby's doing a performance. I think that's her only performance, actually. Go Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby.
Go Gabby.
Too mad at these favorite water.
I wouldn't want to do a performance myself either.
But I mean,
It's like the least competitive though.
that is true. Probably why it's my least favorite.
Okay, do you like to write and act? Are you comfortable performing? That's very important. Please don't throw up in the middle of your performance. Do you have access to helpful props? Are you able to make props? In NHD, performance is only win if they have good props. This is inherently true. Website. Are you skilled with working with computers? This is important because the website editor sucks ass. Are there plenty of visuals to convey your topic? That goes for most projects except paper. So you better either have a lot of images with your topic or you better like to write. And that's NHD for you. Oh, I think we might have recruited someone else. Her name is Chloe. She's a novice on the debate team because that's where I get everyone.
So you don't know a fun fact? When my mom was doing NHD, there was just paper exhibit performance and everyone would do performance.
Really?
Yeah, because they like paper and then technology because we had a documentary website.
Very cool. Okay. Criteria. So now we're going to be talking about like what the judges grade you on. Oh shoot, I gotta hurry up. So, historical quality is 60%. And there's 3 different like subcategories. The first is analysis. For analysis, they expect you to like use your own voice, not just quotes, but like use your own voice and your own analysis to tell your judges why your topic matters, like why it mattered then and why it still matters. A good quote here is from someone that said, "Your project isn't just an art project." You'd be surprised how isn't just an art project.
Yeah, except at regionals and states.
No, you'd be surprised. No, like historical quality is still important. Like if you're judging like somebody that has just painted something on an exhibit board versus someone that painted something on an exhibit board and has analysis, like historical analysis, the second person is gonna go. So, yeah. Okay. Content. Explain the events that led to your topic. So like cause and effect, context, etc. Just like giving your judges, like not making your judges fill in the holes, basically. And then research, so just summarizing what you found and like quality sources and a quality bibliography. Quality over quantity is basically this section. Theme. Okay, Sammy. Okay. Okay. Theme is 20%. So there's 2 subcategories to this, and honestly, I'm a little confused on the difference, but this is what I got. So the significance is why your topic matters specifically in relation to the theme. So like use your student voice and like say the theme words multiple times. Like the theme word frontier should definitely be in your title. It should definitely be in your process paper once or twice. And it's not even a bad idea to have the word frontier in some of your annotations. And then obviously have it in your project. Like say it in your documentary, have it on your exhibit, say it in your paper, let them know. Be really cheesy with how many times you say frontier. Well, okay, don't take it too far, because then the judges are going to be annoyed, but...
What's funny is like when I've done the interviews so far, the last question I always ask them is I'm like, do you think this was a frontier history, so to speak? Because I want one of them to say, yeah, I think it was a frontier. And then I can
It'd be so funny if you're like, no, actually, I think this was a pretty stagnant event in history. Okay. And then conclusions under the theme category is more just like, including the theme works as well. See, this is what I mean when I don't really know the difference. Just basically incorporate the theme into your project. I don't freaking know. So like, I changed this title. This is not my title anymore, but I still include frontier in it. I think it's like women's baseball during World War II as a frontier for athletic equality or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what the name is, but okay. And then clarity is 20%. So original and organized. Just make sure your exhibit stands out from others and isn't like a complete eyesore. Because if it looks bad, then like yeah. And then also just other stuff. I was just talking about the exhibit because the video I was watching was talking about the exhibit. But yeah, okay. like, don't make, like, okay, for example, like, this goes for every project. You wouldn't expect this to go for your paper, but it does. Like, Sammy's papers always look good because she uses, what, the legal format? Is that what it's called? Where it's like,
like justified.
justified. Yeah, justified format. Yeah, which always looks really nice. So,
I should actually do that.
Yeah, except if you have something like 5 spaces between where
it's stuff that looks nice, honestly. But, yeah, so, I mean, just make sure, like, everything stands out and is organized and isn't a complete eyesore. Like, historical papers, a lot of people, like, the issue is they don't format it. Like, you would actually see historical paper. So, like, just make sure it's, like, looking professional. And not just for papers or exhibits, but for all projects. Visuals, so this is just, like, these little touches you add to, like, the graphics, the formatting, the color, the props, all of that. And then obviously rules compliance, there isn't really a percentage for this, it's just like if you break a rule, like, you can be disqualified. So, obviously don't do that. And then we've already gone over rules in some other, like, videos and other meetings, but once we start doing individual, like, paper workshops, exhibit workshops, etc., then we'll go over specific rules for each category. Okay, so now creating a plan. This is just like making storyboards. So, like, the biggest issue that I've seen in a lot of, like, NHD projects, at least in South Dakota, is they're not very organized, and it's just very clear, oh my god, that the individuals involved didn't really plan out anything. So, like, once you're actually making your project, it's important to plan it out. So, like, oh my god. So, for exhibits and websites, since this is more of, like, a literal layout, like a visual layout, I, like, find that Prezi is good to use. So, like, here's an NHD exhibit that utilized Prezi. And, like, you can make it better than this, but, so, like, they uploaded a little, like, trifold exhibit board here. And they just planned out where they were going to put everything. So you can see that they have their title here. And the nice thing, too, is, like, like, you can say, like, yeah, I'm going to put resistance and support here. And then once you scroll into it, you can add more text to it. Like, you can literally plan out what you're going to, like, say. So that's helpful. Because it doesn't take up a bunch of room and it actually looks organized. And you can do that for websites, too. So, like, website one. So, like, you don't have to plan it out like it's on a phone or anything, but, like, if you're just planning out tabs, like, if you have a little NHD tab in here that says introduction, you can, like, click on it and see what you want it to look like. Doesn't have to be that complicated, but. And then for the 3 other categories, so documentaries, performance, and papers, it's good to possibly organize into a Google Doc. Now, you can also use Prezi if you want, but, like, I would suggest just using a Google Doc because these are more, like, I guess, like, wordy type of, I mean, obviously there's a lot of visuals of documentaries, but, like, I don't know, it's just, like, more organizing your words and where you're gonna put everything. So, here is Sam's documentary storyboard.
Yikes.
What do you mean,
That
yikes?
looks disgusting.
It literally doesn't. It doesn't have to look good. It's just to organize. Okay. So, do you want to explain kind of how you organized it? Here's
Yeah.
the microphone.
Sure. So, you see we got some columns there. We have audio, which is what the audio is. Yeah, usually like a quote. And then video, which is like what the video is. And then the video citation is like a link to the video.
True.
So like
Or performances for this matter too, because scripts will literally like in a different column like put how many seconds each thing is gonna be like dedicated to. Like I don't know if you actually planned out.
Oh yeah, I tried doing that in 6th grade, but I found what works better is to just make it long, put all the clips together, see how long it is, and then decide what to cut out from there.
Yeah.
Because if you try to estimate how long something is, you're probably gonna be wrong.
Well, you can do it however you want. Just like
That's just my personal experience.
just like make sure you get to the most important stuff, and then you can like allocate time to that from there. Like don't spend 3 minutes on something that isn't as important as something you only give 1 minute to, you know. Just like organizational stuff like that. But this is specifically good because if you do this before you actually like make your script, or if you do it before you make your documentary, it shows you if you need to get any more visuals. Because a lot of times I found that documentaries tend to think they have more visuals than they do.
Yeah,
And,
you want to try repeating the visuals, or try to avoid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know, it really stuck out in my mind last year when Nate used Frederick Douglass like 4 times.
Oh, Ladies of which? We're learning about John Brown and 8 foot.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so exhibits. Oh yeah, and also for exhibits, because you're probably, or at least if you're like not gonna use cardboard and you're actually gonna like construct your exhibit, please do a blueprint so that whoever is cutting the wood for you isn't confused out of their effing mind. This is so important, I'm telling you. If you just go there and you're like, I don't know, I kind of want it in this shape, they're gonna be so mad at you. Please just have a blueprint ready for them, okay? And yes, there is like a little bit of math involved. It's not that hard. It's basic trigonometry. Please just do it.
Basic.
Okay. Is there anything else? So performance, you're kind of going to do the same kind of like storyboard as a documentary, except instead of like actual visuals, you might put in props. And you might also put in different, like in your script, you should be putting in actions that you're going to do every time, or the actions you're going to be doing, like in your performance, are going to be irregular, which is bad. Okay. And also for performances, please rehearse and memorize. This is probably one of the longer processes of a performance is memorizing your script. But if you don't do it, you're gonna look stupid. So please memorize your script. Thank you, Gabby. Okay. I have no doubt that she won't. But okay. Oh yeah, and then similar to like time constraints for performance in a documentary papers, you should be checking your word count as you go. And similar to like how I told performances and documentaries, don't spend 3 minutes on something that isn't as important as something you only spent 1 minute on. Similar to that, don't spend a lot of, or don't like put a lot of words into something that isn't as important as something you aren't putting a lot of words into. Just like talk about the things that are more important. And you can reflect that by how many words you're spending in each section. And that's pretty much it. Any questions? I thought you were going to ask a bunch of questions.